Well, the overall aim of ECG, that is electrocardiography, is to obtain information based on the structure and the functioning of the heart. This is how an electrocardiograph works. So the main application of ECG is to diagnose major diseases such as coronary artery disease, hypertension, suspected myocardial infarction, which is a heart attack, then seizures, monitoring the effects of heart medications. So these are the applications of ECG where it is used for diagnosis of diseases, I repeat, such as coronary artery disease, hypertension, suspected myocardial infarction, that is heart attack, seizures, monitoring the effects of heart medications. So these are some of the diseases whose diagnosis is done by using this technique, that is electrocardiography, right? Now let's move on to a basic explanation of how this ECG actually works. This is not in your syllabus, but this is important to understand for your extra knowledge, right? So when you talk about the cells, what happens in the cells? The cells actually maintain an internal environment that is negatively charged, okay? But for a very briefer time, this internal environment becomes positively charged. So this process where this change takes place, this is known as depolarization, okay? It is known as depolarization. So what is going to happen? This is going to lead to depolarization. How? As I told you, the internal environment of the cell is initially negatively charged, but for a very brief period of time it becomes positively charged. So what is going to happen? This is going to generate some electrical impulse, and this electrical impulse can be within this cell or between the cells, right? It can be intercellular, it can be intracellular. So this process of this brief change in the electric potential of the cell, this change is referred to as depolarization. I am just explaining you this in very simpler terms because this is just for your extra knowledge or understanding of how ECG works, right? So this is how the cells get depolarized. Now I'll explain you how whatever you have seen in the electrocardiograph, what the peaks actually represent.